Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We have a new gourmand collection released from the house of ZIMAYA, and let me tell you, there is not much else on this earth that gets me more excited than a gourmand fragrance, a really well done, wearable gourmand fragrance. And today I am partnering with ZIMAYA on this video to tell you my thoughts on these two new tiramisu based fragrances. I say it all the time, tiramisu is my favorite dessert ever. And so I was so excited about these two releases. I did actually get to try them at Beauty World in Dubai before they were released. They are so yummy, and I want to start with Tiramisu Coco. This is going to be a very indulgent fragrance that is inspired by the aromas of a very luxurious and cozy cafe, like coffee at a cafe. It smells incredible, and you guys also know that I love coffee fragrances. But we'll start off by taking a look at the packaging. Kind of comes in this brassy brown bottle. Of course, the name is Coco, but what really surprised me with the finishes on this bottle is it has a magnetic cap. Now that really shocked me. A strong magnetic cap. It just always impresses me when we see details like that on fragrances that are literally less than $50. So this is going to be a mix of gourmand and woody elements with notes of coffee, amaretto, vanilla, biscuit, and ice cream. But this opens, you guys. I can just smell it floating in the air. It smells like coffee gourmand heaven. It does open really good. There's something a bit boozy about it in the opening too, but really more than anything, it's going to feel more vanillic with coffee and that kind of like fluffy whipped kind of cream that's on tiramisu. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's like made out of egg whites or something, but it has that delicious, just fluffy texture about it with this kind of like chocolate cacao dusting on top. It's really realistic. I really love the chocolate aspect of this scent. It does smell fresh. It's definitely not like a super overly dense, thick, heavy gourmand fragrance. I would classify it, well, this one in particular, it definitely leans on the side of being a true gourmand, but there are some other things about it that makes it feel wearable even as a man. It is a unisex fragrance. It's not so heavy and dense. It is sweet, but it's not as sweet as it could be. And I think that that also goes hand in hand with tiramisu. You know, it's not the sweetest dessert on the planet. It's a little bit bitter because of that coffee. It balances out the sweeter side of the dessert, which I think is also why I like it, because I don't really love over-the-top sugary desserts, and it really captures that feeling in this fragrance too. It's a sweet but airy, very realistic tiramisu. A bit lactonic and kind of spongy, you know, like those coffee-soaked, espresso-soaked ladyfingers. Warm and cozy, anyone could wear this. It would smell beautiful on a woman, but very warm and cozy on a man, and different on a man. But you definitely have to be someone that likes more sweet, dimensional gourmands. This is not for someone that doesn't like sweeter scents. It's perfect for the fall and winter, and you get more woods in the base that come out. It has a very smooth, kind of like flawless finish to it because there's nothing synthetic or like molecule-esque about it. It doesn't smell like a fake gourmand perfume. You guys know what I'm saying? It smells completely realistic. And I also want to say, you have to be careful. Like if you're on a diet or something and you smell this, it's going to make your mouth water. Like you're going to want to eat tiramisu. At least that's the effect that it had on me the first few times that I smelled it and wore it. But if you can get over that part of it, it is a very sexy, very inviting date night fragrance, especially on a man, because those warmer notes are going to come out more on a man versus the sweeter side might come out more on me, on a woman. Just great for a night out in the super cold weather. It's just something unique, you know, it's not something that every other person on the planet is wearing. And it has this very appealing compliment factor to it. There's no question about it. This is the type of scent that when people smell it on you, they're going to give you a compliment because it just smells so good. It's not really that subjective. The only thing that's really subjective about this, especially for a man, is if you like to wear true gourmands or not. But nobody is going to smell this and think that it's too much or that it's not a nice scent. It is so yummy. It smells like the holidays. I love that very slight, like, kind of addition of amaretto booziness, but overall, it is a fluffy, spongy, vanillic tiramisu with an airy quality to it. Something sweet and delicious, but wearable and great if you love coffee. The best words to describe it is addictive and very yummy. Tiramisu Coco. So that takes us to the second release, which is Tiramisu Caramel. And this one is going to be more of an everyday wearing type of scent. It's not necessarily like the Coco, which feels more for the nighttime specific. This is something that you could wear really anytime, casually. You could dress it up if you like, but just listen to the notes in here. This has honey and caramel with woods, coumarin, which is tonka beans, vanilla bean extract, and a whiskey accord with musk. Now this one opens, I will say, a little bit more typically feminine, but it doesn't really stay that way. This one definitely settles very quickly into the mid, where this like very sweet, kind of like musky honey, tonka bean, fluffy vibe that you get, it kind of goes away and softens. It becomes more of like a musky type of scent. And it does open way sweeter feeling than the Coco. But this does have a really nice kind of like nutty feel with vanilla. And as it dries, like I said, this sweetness is going to settle down pretty quickly after spraying it, honestly. Already on the strip, I can feel it starting to settle. It just feels milky, lactonic, and musky. And I like this one too because it's not like a crazy syrupy, like crystallized honey, animalic honey, which you guys know I do not like in my fragrances. This just kind of adds a bit of this like honey essence to the background. It's not like a texture in the scent. Like most of the time with honey, it can come off kind of like syrupy. It's not like that in here. Just adds more sweetness to the background combined with these woods and this whiskey accord, which is really very minimal in the scent. It's not, doesn't really feel super boozy. The Coco definitely has more of a boozy feeling than the caramel, but this one, the caramel, is brighter feeling than Coco. A great everyday scent, kind of like you, but better and sweeter and muskier. Coco is a bit more dense and festive feeling, meant for an occasion. I love the Coco. It definitely has more of this true tiramisu smell as well. Both of them are beautiful because of these boozy accords that are added. The caramel feels a bit more elegant and versatile, but I love the coziness of Coco, and that amaretto accord is so good. And this one is going to be a bit louder performing as well. Both fragrances serve a purpose for a different time, a different place, a different occasion, and they both perform very well too. Easily over 6 hours of wear with both of them. Good projection, and especially the sillage on both of these are crazy. This is the type of scent that will enter the room before you. It will leave a trail like a mile long behind you. Definitely has a lot of sticking power in the air. So if you love the smell of coffee, tiramisu, you like that dessert like me, you definitely need to get your nose on these two new releases from ZIMAYA. Great unisex sweet gourmands. I cannot emphasize that enough in this video. You have to like gourmand fragrances to wear either of these. But for the price point, they are incredible. The quality is great, the performance is great. I like the magnetic caps, and they smell very realistic as well. And they will both have you smelling like a very sexy, edible dessert. So nice. I loved them both when I first tried them in Dubai. But man, I have to say, this Coco has stuck in my mind ever since I left. Really great releases. Really impressed me, I will say. But yeah, guys, that was just a quick overview of the two new gourmand releases from ZIMAYA, their tiramisu series. I love the dessert, so I love these perfumes, but once again, be aware if you're on a diet, they're going to make you want some tiramisu. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below if you are interested in wearing these fragrances. Do you like sweet gourmands? I would love to know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.